There we go. All right. All right. Yo, 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 yo. So let's see. Pre-recorded. Not pre-recorded. Not live. We live. Cook or Mattison? I'm going with Cook. What's up, Tyler? Your volume is off, but I got it. I got it. The volume was Vikings by 5 today. Nah. It's at 3.5. It still hasn't gone to 3, thank God. Getting at 3, I'll get it at 3. As a Vikings fan, beat the Vikings so we can fire Zimmer. We'll try. Pittsburgh will try. Why is Lamar doing so bad? He's just been really inconsistent. Offensive line is very good. Yo, what's up, people? Mattison or Melvin Gordon? I would go with Mattison. Hey, we can hear you. Cook over Gibson? No, I wouldn't. James Conner versus the Rams or David Montgomery versus Green Bay? I would go David Montgomery. In a must-win week, I have Hawkinson, but he might not play. So would I play Muth tonight? Why? What's going on with Hawkinson? He didn't practice today? I mean, if he... What's the Thursday injury report? What's it say? No practice. Oh, they had a bunch of guys no practice. TJ Hawkinson. Wait, what is that game on Monday? What is that Monday night? Is that a game on Monday night? Are the Bears and Packers Monday night? Is that who the Monday night game this is? No, there's Sunday night. Monday night is Arizona. No, I would go Hawkinson. I bet Hawkinson. If you want to be conservative about it, I mean, go ahead and play Muth, but I don't think Muth is a horrible play tonight. So if you want to play safe. Najee's stat like tonight. What's his stats going to be like? I would say I think he's going to get over 100 purpose yards. And let's hope for a touchdown. He's a top 5 running back. Tyreek Hill over Brady. Or no, Taysom Hill over Brady. No, I would go with Brady. Think Diggs should be sat this week against the Bucks. I can put in DJ Moore or Terry. No, I wouldn't. I would play Diggs. Which 49ers running back plays you think? I mean, I hope it's Mitchell. I feel like JaMychal Hasty will. Sorry, joined late, probably answered already, but are we playing Mattison? My only choices are him, Tevin, Coleman, Penny. Yeah, I would play him over those guys, over all of them. Even over Hillard, I would play him. My man, Williams or Mattison? Williams or Mattison? Williams. Javonte Williams, I would go Javonte Williams. And Pitts over Ricky Seals-Jones, I would go Pitts. Hunt or Foreman, Hunt. Burrow or Wilson, Wilson. Muth or Ertz. Or no, Muth. I would go with Muth. Mattison or Higgins this week? Higgins. I would go Higgins. So Dalvin is going to play. Yes, Dalvin is expected to play. Aaron Jones or Mattison? Aaron Jones, Cooks or Mattison? I would go with Cook. Or wait, Brandon Cooks? I would go with Mattison. Ertz or Schultz? Schultz. Mike Williams or Mike Evans? Mike Evans. Bruh. What's up, bruh? Tom Brady or Cam Newton? Tommy boy. And real quick, if you haven't already, do me a big favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're over on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. 20 people over there, 80 people over there. So come on over, get your questions answered over on YouTube. Hasty, Wilson, or Sony? It really depends on who plays. Like if Hasty and Wilson play and Elijah Mitchell's out, I'd rather go with Wilson. You think Keenan Allen will play? I really don't know. It just comes down to him passing COVID tests. I have no idea. Van Jefferson or Sony Michel in the flex? I would go with Van Jefferson there. Kid Trickster. How do we feel about MVS this week? I mean, I don't really feel good about any of the pass catchers other than, you know, Devontae Adams. Start Hubbard. What's up with all these emojis? KJ Osborne or Russell Wilson or Russell Gage? I would go with Russell Gage. I have Zeke, Mattison, and Aaron Jones. Who do I start? I would go with Zeke and Aaron Jones. Van or Gage? Van Jefferson. How do we feel about MVS? Once again, like who are you going to be playing MVS over is my question. Pick 2, Henderson, Gibson, CH, Jamar Chase, Evans, full point PPR for running back 2 and flex. I would go with Henderson and Gibson. Pick one of the flex half PPR, Tevin or Penny. As long as Tevin Coleman plays, I would go with him. Fant, Conklin, or Knox? Knox. Over under Najee getting 15. Over. Do I wait and see if Seals plays this or play Conklin? I mean, if there's nobody else that's really that good, I don't think it's a big difference between Conklin and Seals. So I would just go Conklin. Mattison or Higgins this week? I would go with Higgins. Should I take out Godwin, Lamb, or Devontae for Cook? No, I wouldn't. Hollywood Brown or Mattison? I would go with Hollywood. Cousins or Wilson? Cousins. Start Hubbard. What do you mean start Hubbard? Are you asking a question or are you telling somebody to start Hubbard? Like, I think that Hubbard's a lower end RB2 this week. My season coming down to it. Me versus the guy I'm playing for the final playoff spot, and I need to beat him by 27. Ooh, little top. That's going to be exciting. An exciting week of fantasy football. Let's get it. Do you think Sony will take over the backfield even if Henderson is healthy? No, absolutely not. I don't think so. I mean, watch it probably happen, but I really don't think so. Mattison or Dylan? Dylan. Pat Freiermuth or Ricky Seals-Jones? Freiermuth. Ertz or Conklin or Muth? I would go with I got to double check my rankings for that one. That one's got to be really close. Muth is one spot higher. Should I start Hubbard? Like, who else are your other options? Saquon, Elijah Mitchell, or Mattison. I would go with either Saquon or Elijah Mitchell. I would want to go with Elijah Mitchell if he plays. If not, obviously Saquon. And real quick, if you're over on YouTube right now, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel. Come on over and get your questions answered. And if you're over on YouTube, you want your questions answered 100% of the time, sign up to be a member. It's as low as $2.99. Obviously helps me, but it helps you as well because you get your questions answered 100% of the time. As you can see from Zach Morey, Little Top, these guys are members. They have a green name tag with a little icon next to the name. So they get priority in chat. Anytime that they ask a question, they get their questions answered 100% of the time. Cousins or Burrow? Cousins. Can you help me choose the best team possible? Yeah, Little Top. Go ahead and ask it. Give me the players. James Conner, Aaron Jones, Patterson, or Cook. Full point PPR pick 3. I would go with Aaron Jones, Patterson, and James Conner. Muth or Knox? Knox. Fant, Conklin or Knox? Knox. Knox or Pitts? Knox. Hasty or Hubbard? Hubbard. If you have Elijah Mitchell and Jeff Wilson out, then I would go with Hasty, though. Brandon Cooks, Brandon Aiyuk, Devontae Freeman, or Julio Jones. If Debo's going to be out, did Debo practice today? I did not look to see if Debo practiced. If Debo did not practice today, or if he doesn't play, I would go with Aiyuk. Forget who the other options are already. Van Jefferson, Mooney, Gage, or Jerry Jeudy. Pick 2. Jerry Jeudy and Van Jefferson. Or no, Jerry Jeudy and Mooney. Exclamation point membership to sign up to be a member if you want to get your questions answered 100% of the time. Do you think P. Ryan plays over Mixon? No, I don't think so. Mixon, he had like a out with an illness, right? I think it's an illness, isn't it? Did Higgins come back? It was also back on the field. Okay, thank goodness. No, I don't. I mean, I would pick up P. Ryan, absolutely, but I think P. Ryan will play. I think he'll be okay. Debo or Deontay? Deontay. I would just go Deontay. Barkley or Chubb? Chubb. Mattison or Burkhead? I would go with Mattison, Josh. James Conner or Alexander Mattison? James Conner. Who between Van Jefferson or Aiyuk? Aiyuk. Hubbard or Melvin Gordon? I would go with Melvin Gordon. Should I be worried about Edmonds coming back with Connors? Yeah, a little bit, definitely. I think Connor's just going to kind of revert back to like an RB2, a lower tier RB2. I think that this week though he's more of a high-end RB2 because I don't think that Chase Edmonds going to see his full complement of work this week. He'll see like about 75-80% of it, but James Conner will see a little bit more work than usual. Thoughts on Mattison? this just is a complicated situation. I really don't like Mattison as that much. I don't really like Dalvin Cook a whole lot, to be honest with you. And I honestly think this is better for the Steelers that Dalvin Cook is playing because he cannot be anywhere near 100% right now. Nowhere near 100%. So I just think that I really don't like either one of them, to be completely honest. Melvin Gordon or Hubbard? Melvin Gordon. My starters right now, Dak, Henderson, Aaron Jones, Diggs, Adams, Aiyuk, Ertz, Dillon, Packers, bench, Freeman, Hillard, Cooper, Sony Michel. Yeah, I like that. I would go with Cooper over Aiyuk if Debo's back, but if not, then yeah, Cooper. Kirk or Westbrook Akine? Kirk. Fant, Conklin, or Knox? Knox. Mattison or Gibson? Gibson. Do I start KJ Osborne? I have Debo and Keenan Allen potentially out. Do I wait it out? Oh, man. There's nobody else that you could start. I really don't think that Keenan Allen's going to play this week. I really don't think he's going to play, so I would. Why do you think Marquise Brown not doing good? I mean, Marquise Brown is kind of like a boomer bust type of guy. This week against Cleveland, Cleveland's been pretty solid against the wide receivers this year, so I think he's going to struggle again. Javonte Williams or CEH? CEH. Fant, Conklin, or Knox? Knox. I feel like I've answered this question so many times. Knox. Osborne, Julio, or Amon-Ra St. Brown? Julio. Do I start KJ Osborne? I already got that one. Crowder, Elijah Moore, Renfro, or Osborne? Renfro. Thoughts on starting Hillard over Connor for RB2? I don't like it. I would go with Connor, personally. Hubbard or Dalvin Cook? Dalvin Cook. Knox or Hawkinson? I would go with, honestly, Knox. Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, or Darrell Henderson? Pick one of them. Only one? I would go with David Montgomery. In full point PPR, David Montgomery. Diggs, Monty, Patterson, pick two. Diggs, Monty, Patterson, pick two. I would go with Diggs and Monty. Van Jefferson or Osborne? Van Jefferson. And real quick, if you're over on YouTube, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile. Go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel. Come on over and get your questions answered. Make sure you hit that follow button over there as well as I go live throughout the week answering questions. So get notified when I go live. But come on over to YouTube. 36 people over here. 96 people over there, so much better chance of getting your questions answered over here. Come on over, get your questions answered. Mattison over Cook? I would go with Cook, personally. DK Mooney or DJ Moore? Pick one. DJ Moore. What's up with Dalvin Cook? Good fantasy option. I mean, I still think he's a top 20 running back, more of a back end teens. This week, I really don't like him a whole lot. So, Pollard over Zeke? No, Zeke. Pollard's dealing with plantar fasciitis. Hey, what's up, Tyler? How you doing today? I'm doing good. How you doing, Clay? Chubb or CMC? Mattison, Dillon, MVS, or Julio? Choose three. I would go with Mattison, Dillon, and Julio. Jerry Jeudy or Chase Claypool? Jerry Jeudy. Pollard over Zeke? No, Zeke. Van Jefferson or Gage? Van Jefferson. Thoughts on Javonte Williams this week? I mean, I like him. I like him this week. It's just, Melvin Gordon looks like he's coming back, so there's that. I don't feel great about that. I need to double check this real quick. Hold on one sec. Un momento. I need to double check. I need to see if stuff is playing. No, it's not. All right, we're good. I had to make sure I couldn't hear. You guys can't hear any extra noise, like any music or anything, right? I know I asked that sometimes, but all right. Where'd I lose my? Where's that tab at? There we go. All right. Let's see here. All right, let's get some of these questions answered. Melvin Gordon or Mattison? I would go with, honestly, this is so close. I got to look at my rankings. These guys got to be so close right now. I have Melvin Gordon. I do think that Melvin Gordon's going to come back in and get some usage here. Cole Beasley or Julio Jones this week? I would go with Cole Beasley. Thoughts on Connor over Freeman for RB2? Absolutely, Connor. No Fant or Darren Waller. If Darren Waller is healthy, Darren Waller. Be honest with you, Connor was projected 6 points last time he played the Rams and he put up 20. I honestly think he puts up the same with low projection. He outperforms Edmonds also. Yeah, well, with James Conner, you know, he's just a threat to score all the time. So, I mean, I'm definitely playing him. Sorry if you said this already, but is Cook playing? Yes, so is I. Well, I don't know. Is it official? Is he officially playing? I know that they said he's expected to play. I don't know if it's been official yet. Last I saw was he's expected to play. I'm doing good, man. Thanks. Thoughts on Elijah Mitchell this week with the injuries? I just think the biggest thing is the concussion. Hopefully he's able to clear concussion protocol, but we've seen guys clear concussion protocol on Saturday. It's honestly what it might come down to, unfortunately. Thoughts on Kittle? I mean, he's a stud. He's a stud. Tight end number 2 this week. Banner Mahomes. Come on, Mahomes. I'm not that big of a homer. Hooper Fant. I need a lot of fantasy points this week. Am I starting Herbert or Taysom Hill? I would go with Herbert. Do you think Montgomery is playing this week? Part of me hopes not, because I have a lot of Khalil Herbert right now. But I do think he's going to play. Did he practice today? Did David Montgomery practice? I got to look at this real quick. Returns. Yeah, he returned to practice. He'll likely play. I haven't seen anything official on Cook yet. Yeah, I have not seen anything official yet. He'll probably play. It definitely looks like he was trending towards playing though. Connor, Mattison, or Najee, please. I would go with Najee. Cook is supposed to play tonight wearing a shoulder harness. Last time he wore the harness, 31 touches, 130 yards, and 2 tutties. I'll probably do that tonight against Pitt, to be honest with you. They're garbage. Do you think Deontay balls out tonight? I do. I think Deontay's going to have a really solid game. Jamaal Williams or Hunt? Jamaal Williams. Gronk or Schultz? Gronk. Thanks, man. You're welcome. James Robinson or Henderson? Henderson. Javonte Williams or Gibson? Gibson. You think Debo will play? I really don't know. Did he practice today? I was trying to look at it earlier. I didn't see anything. Works on the side, so he didn't actually practice, right? Yeah, so he didn't practice. He was on the side, not with the team. Wasn't doing any team stuff. Aaron Jones, Dylan, or Josh Jacobs? Aaron Jones. Jamar T. I have T higher. I'm rolling with T Higgins, baby. Let's go T Higgins. Dalvin Cook or David Montgomery? David Montgomery. Who wins in a Mixon and D-Hop for Jonathan Taylor and Amari Cooper trade? I would say Jonathan Taylor. Do you think Debo will play? Don't know. Nick Chubb or Christian McCaffrey? Nick Chubb? Thank you so much. You're welcome. Should I trust Najee? I need to win this week to be... Yes, I would... With CEH on the bench? No, I'd be playing Najee. James Robinson or Mattison? I would go James Robinson. Ben or Mahomes? Mahomes. Lamar or Taysom? I know Lamar, but he plays the Brownies, and I don't expect a whole lot from him. I can't sit Lamar for Taysom. Listen, okay, here's what I want to say, and I say this to everybody. It's your fantasy team. It's not mine, okay? Yes, I will take responsibility if I give you a bad play. Absolutely, I always take responsibility for that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's your decision, okay? If you don't like my call, go with your gut. If you don't like it, listen, I'm not right 100% of the time. I wish I was, but unfortunately, I'm not. So at the end of the day, it's your fantasy team. If you don't agree with one of my calls, then go with your gut, my guy. That goes for everybody, not just you, Ozai, but everybody out there. I say this all the time. I say it like at once every single week. So go with your gut. You don't like my call? That's totally fine. Osborne or Aiyuk? Aiyuk. I'll always tell you why, and I'll give you my reasoning, but if you don't, if you just have this feeling, go with the feeling. Hi, Claypool or Brandon Cooks? Full point PPR, Brandon Cooks. Do I start Moot tonight or Waller? Waller even going to play? I really don't know if Waller's going to play. Did he practice today? I need to look this up too. Darren Waller. I need to have just a list of the injuries. Yeah, he was out of practice again. I would just fire up Freiermuth. I really don't think that he's going to play this week, to be honest with you. I don't think that Darren Waller is going to play this week. I would just play Freiermuth. And we got a starter, Matthew Carter. Yo, W's in chat for Matthew Carter. Matthew Carter now gets his questions answered 100% of the time. So, if you want your questions answered 100% of the time, sign up to be a member. All you got to do is type in ! membership to sign up to be a member. With Mike Williams expected to play after testing negative, if Keenan Allen doesn't play, how you feeling about Guyton? He's all right. It just depends on who else you have. Greetings. Yo, what's up, Megan? Pick 2. We got half-point PPR. We got Chubb, Patterson over Mattison. I have Taylor on bye. Just have these 3 available. I would go with Chubb and Patterson. With Dalvin Cook tonight, it just really complicates things. And I don't like Mattison as much. So I would go with Chubb and Patterson. What's going on, Tyler? How are you tonight? I'm good, Sammy. How you doing, my guy? Watched your 2022 draft. Nice job. Would you take Kupp over Kamara next year, or what do you think would happen? I do think I was a little high on Kupp, but it's just like I don't see Kupp really falling off is the thing. I really don't think that Cooper Kupp's just going to fall off here. Because, and I talked about in the video, like I just think that the difference between him, Devontae, these guys is the receptions. He plays in the perfect system with Sean McVay. This offense is going to be probably just as good next year. So I really think Cooper Kupp in the first round is an absolute safe draft pick. So as of right now, honestly, I had Cooper Kupp over Kamara, but I just hope I have a later draft pick, honestly. Like, I want more of a back-end first-round draft pick next year is how I'm looking at it right now. I would love to have that go like Gibson, Javonte Williams, back-to-back. Like, that's kind of what I'm looking at. No, Waller did not practice. He did not practice. Yo, what's up, Seclan? I know I'm a little behind here. Let me get caught up real quick. Oh, no, that's Optimize. Yo, what's up, Optimize? How you doing, my guy? Let's go Steelers, huh, Optimize? Let's go Steelers. OBJ or Aiyuk? And we got Gavin Martinez becoming a starter. Yo, what's up, Gavin? Becoming a starter. Let's get it, baby. Once again, you want to become a starter or become a member, sign up, ! membership. To sign up, you get your questions answered 100% of the time. ! membership to sign up to be a member. As low as $2.99. You get your questions answered 100% of the time. Can't beat that. Muth or Ertz? I would go with Muth, Sammy. Join membership. Yeah, let's get it, baby. If Mixon is out, P. Ryan, Freeman, or Chase Edmonds? P. Ryan and Chase Edmonds, I would go. As long as it's PPR. Someone in my league dropped Cousins. Do I drop Russell Wilson for him? I don't know why he was dropped. That's tough. Kirk Cousins has been really good this year. Is there anybody else that you could drop and just play? Like, I would play matchups for the fantasy playoffs is what I would do. But if there's nobody else to drop, I might go with Wilson now because Cousins going to be without Thielen. Herbert or Patty? It depends on the wide receiver situation. If only Mike Williams is going to play, I'd rather go with Patty Mahomes. But if Keenan Allen comes back, I would go with Herbert. Trade Cook for Jalen Hurts because I thought he was out for season. That's all right, Chris. It's okay. It's okay. We'll see what happens with Cook tonight. We'll see what happens. Roll with Mattison tonight or wait to see what happens with Wilson and Sony. I would roll with Mattison, yeah. Mitchell injured and Waddle on bye. Thoughts on Jamaal Williams and Julio Jones this week? I like both of them. I really do like Jamaal Williams. He's just a volume play. So I think he's a fine play. And then the other one was Julio Jones. And I like Julio. This is a really good matchup. It's just, is he actually going to play the full game and stay healthy? That's the biggest question. Mattison or CEH? CEH, definitely. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel. And if you're over on YouTube, do me a big favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and let's keep getting through these questions. And we got Lucius. I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. I'm terrible with pronouncing people's names right. We got $2 donation. Yo, appreciate it very much. Thank you. We got Conklin or Ertz this week. Ertz just went to Q. Did he? I feel like Ertz will probably play, though. Was he limited? I don't see anything. I would go with Ertz, personally. And if Ertz doesn't play, there's probably honestly a guy that's basically the same as Conklin somewhere. So I would go with Ertz. Who are some of the other guys available, just in case Ertz does not go? Lucius? I got Najee for Dynasty, so it's all good, but Dan Cook would have been nice for the playoffs. He would have been. He would have been. He would have been. How you feeling about Hunt this week? I somehow found he was available on waivers untouched. Yo, pick him up. This week, he's outside my top 20. I think he's honestly like RB21. He might be even RB20. Let me see here. I know that he was right around there. Where's my rank? Right there. He's 22. RB22. So he's like, all right, this is just a matchup. Didn't do a whole lot last time. He was still not fully there, him and Chubb, but a borderline top 20 play. RB2. Should I bench Montgomery? No, I wouldn't. Lamar, Patrick Mahomes. I'm going with Lamar. Taysom Hill or Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes. Taysom Hill or Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes. Sup, brother? Cook playing tonight. Cook is a... Did you guys say he's official or not yet? I don't think he's official, but it looks like he's going to be playing. He's expected to play. Sterling Shepard feels optimistic he plays this week after having a full practice today. So how many quarters do you think he'll make? Probably like 2. He'll probably make it through 2. When healthy, who's better option, Waller or Kittle? I have both. I would say Kittle right now. I keep playing Kittle. He's hot. I know last week, well, this past week was good, but the week prior to that wasn't very good. But I'd keep firing up Kittle. Dylan or Jones? Jones. Henderson, Fournette, Jacobs. Fournette and Henderson. Cook or Zeke? Zeke. Someone in my league dropped A.J. Brown. Do you think he'll be back? Yes, I do. I would pick him up. I'd pick him up. Lamar Jackson or Cam Newton? Lamar Jackson. Mooney or Julio Jones? Mooney. Star 3, we got Josh Jacobs, Nick Chubb, Antonio Gibson, Chuba Hubbard. I would sit Chuba Hubbard out of that group. Who do I flex? Hubbard, Gordon, Van Jefferson, or Claypool? I would go with Gordon. Only one? Gordon. James Robinson or Montgomery? Montgomery. J-Rob or Jeff Wilson? J-Rob. Claypool or Cooks? Cooks. Guyton or Aiyuk if Keenan Allen doesn't start? I would go with Aiyuk. Patterson or Fournette? Fournette. Is Kirk an okay start this week? Who? Kirk Cousins? Yeah, I think so. Conklin, Freiermuth, or Hawkinson? I would go with Hawkinson. He's questionable with a hand injury. If you want to go safe, I would go with Freiermuth. If there's nobody else, especially because you have 2 guys playing tonight. But I would go Hawkinson. Josh Jacobs or Aiyuk? Jacobs. Deontay Johnson, Chris Godwin, or Devontae Adams? I have only one? Devontae Adams. James Robinson or Monty? Monty. Is Kirk an okay start? Yes, he is. Fournette, Gibson, or Aaron Jones? Pick one. Gibson. Do you think Josh Jacobs is a good RB2? Yes. A very good RB2. What's up, Tyler? Yo, what's up, Yuki? How you doing? How you doing, Yuki? Drink 9 beers instead of 10 tonight at the bar. Just became a member with the money you just saved. There you go. That's very wise words. So instead of drinking 10 beers tonight, drink 9 and you sign up to be a member, get your questions answered 100% of the time so you don't have to keep copy and pasting your questions over and over again. And as low as $2.99. I mean, pretty fair, I think. So exclamation point membership to sign up if you're over on YouTube. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree would take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel, come on over, get your questions answered. I need to lower this just a tiny bit. Let me see what that looks like. Yeah, that's better. All right, if anybody's doing some betting tonight, let me know what you guys got for bets. I want to know what you guys are doing. Tonight I got the Steelers +3. I like the spread. Home teams so far this year are 5-10. That's counting Thanksgiving. 5-10 at home against the spread. And since over the past 3 weeks, the home teams are 0-5. That's including Thanksgiving. 0-5 home teams are on Thursday Night Football, on Thursday, and they are 5-10 against the spread this season. Do you do any other fantasy sports? I do not, unfortunately. What I'm definitely going to start getting into is betting, sports betting. That's going to be the next thing. I'm going to do No, I'm going to be doing dynasty football. I would love to get into other fantasy sports. I will try to do that. I keep saying it, but I will. And I'm going to start getting into sports betting a whole lot more. I'm good, Tyler. Actually, Jamaal Williams undergoing shoulder surgery. I did see that. Yes. He's out for season. I'm good, Tyler. Thanks. Hope you had a great day. Appreciate it. Thank you, Yuki. I hope you had a great day as well. Should I flex Kittle or Mitchell? If Mitchell plays, I would go with Mitchell. But if he doesn't, obviously Kittle. But I would go with Mitchell. Need to start wearing a green sweater so I can see the stats behind you. That'd be a clever idea. So you could see right through my body and it's just my head and my hands when they pop up on screen. That's not. I should try that. I wonder if people would watch that. I should try it. Dalvin Cook, a solid start despite his injury. He's okay. Like for me, I wouldn't say. Depends on who else you have. Claypool or Aiyuk, Mattison or Cook. Do I start Dalvin Cook? It really depends on who else you have. But I still think he's a top 20 play at the running back position. Is Zeke going to get points? Yes, he will. You should do a start and sits video every single week. For what? YouTube, you're saying? For fantasy, you're saying on YouTube? Cook or Mixon? I would go with Mixon. Do I start Cook? Who else do you have? Flex choice, Devontae, Freeman, or DJ Moore? DJ Moore. Cook or Mixon? Mixon. Seattle's D or Arizona's defense? Seattle's defense. Do I start Cook, Mattison, or sit them both and play Monty, Gibson, Patterson? Yeah, I would sit them both and play Monty, Gibson, and I would go with Chubb. Unless there's only one, then I would go with Gibson there. I mean, honestly, I would play all those guys over both of them, to be completely honest with you. Kadarius, Tony, OBJ, or D-Hop? D-Hop. Cook or Mixon? Mixon. Cook or Dontrell Hilliard? I would go with Cook. Renfro or Elijah Mitchell? Renfro. Seattle, Arizona's defense, Seattle. Kadarius, Tony, OBJ, or D-Hop? D-Hop. Freiermuth or Higbee? Freiermuth. Pollard or Hilliard? Hilliard. Do you mean Mattison? Do you play Mattison? It depends on who else you have. I don't feel great about Mattison, though. Osborne or Mattison at flex? I would go with Mattison. Actually, I would honestly go with KJ Osborne. Now that I'm thinking about it. At least KJ Osborne's going to probably play a lot. Renfro, Elijah Moore, Renfro, Darnell Mooney or Sterling Shepard? Mooney. Who do you start, Dalvin or Cook? I'm assuming you mean Dalvin or Mattison. I would go Dalvin. Need help with flex, half-point PPR. I have Mattison, Allen, and Waller on my bench. Who would be the three I could pick? Do I play Mattison to be safe or drop Buffalo's D, have Los Angeles Chargers to pick up KJ Bourne? I would go with Matt. I would just fire at Mattison, Megan, honestly. At that point, I wouldn't drop. Buffalo has a really solid defense. What is Buffalo's schedule, honestly? I have not looked at their schedule upcoming. Do they get the Patriots again, or do they already play them twice? Oh, they get Carolina. They get Carolina next. Is that next week? They get Carolina next week, then the Patriots and Falcons. I probably would not drop them because I would play them against Carolina, absolutely. And they're at home. Ooh, yeah. I would just fire at Mattison. I really don't think it's going to be that much of a difference between Mattison and KJ Osborne. Starting lineup this week. Or no, I missed the $2 donation. I'm sorry. Jimmy with the $2 donation. Yo, what's up, Jimmy? We got pick 4. We got Mattison, Dylan, Elijah Moore, Julio, or Mooney. I would go with DJ, or I would go with Dylan, Elijah Moore, Mooney. I would just go with Mattison tonight. I think, is Julio officially activated, or has he not been officially activated yet? He can return. I think that the slate is open. Like, I believe he can return. He's in that window now. I would just fire at Mattison though, in case he has a setback or something. You never know. Starting lineup this week, and appreciate the $2 donation. Starting lineup this week: Patty, Jacobs, CEH, Adams, Cup, Kittle, Deontay on my bench. Or no, on my bench is Debo. Man, that's a really solid starting lineup, Gavin. That looks really good. Really good. Moreau or who? I would go with Moreau, honestly, if Darren Waller is out. Fire him up again. Gronk or Muth? Gronk. Feels like Mixon is just building me up to just let me down. I don't know if I can jump on the bandwagon. I feel that. I definitely feel that. Ryan Tannehill or Russell Wilson? Wilson. Tyler, do I start Chubb over Fournette, Mixon, or Elijah Mitchell? No, not if they're all healthy and good to go. No, I wouldn't. Player prop, Big Ben, Roethlisberger, over under 100 rushing yards. I'd say over, definitely. Sup, bro? So Mattison not being a big play this week. Do I play Montgomery, Eckler, then CH in the flex, or Mark Andrews? I would go with the running backs, William. The running backs for me. I would go with all of them. Just for you, I'm taking Steelers money line because why not? Let's get it. Steelers money line. Honestly, I do think the Steelers win this game. I do like the spread, 3.5. I think that's a really solid. I like the spread, but I do think the Steelers win. I really do think the Steelers win. I think it's kind of funny, to be completely honest with you, that they're underdogs against Minnesota. Like, Minnesota's been tough, don't get me wrong, but they're 5-7. They just lost to Detroit. I feel like this team finds ways to lose every single week. Who have they played this year that they've won? Lost to the Browns, lost to the Cardinals, beat the Seahawks. They beat the Bengals. No, the Bengals beat them. They lost to the Chiefs. Who have they beaten? They beat the Chargers. Beat Green Bay. I don't know. I just think that I don't know. Is Dalvin playing? Yes. Thank you. You're welcome. Yo, Tyler, I need a W or miss playoffs. I need a W or miss playoffs. Osborne, Kirk, Freeman, Chuba, Guyton. I'm going with Chuba there. MK, Chuba. Lineup this week, we got Hill, Zeke, Patterson, D-Hop, Debo, Muth, Aiyuk, Gage, Benches, Mooney, Hunt, and A-Rod. I mean, me personally, I would go with Hunt over Gage. That's just me personally, is what I would do. Plus, I have Jonathan Taylor on the bench on bye, but on bye. That's really, oh my gosh. That team was nasty. Elijah Moore unlikely to play. For real, he's unlikely to play? Oh, I'm sorry, Jacob. I missed yours out. I missed yours as well. Sepro, Mattison not a play. Yes. Should I take out Mattison and put James Conner in the running back spot? Yes, I would, Jacob. And then have someone like Beasley or hope that Mike Williams will play this week? Yeah, I would do that. I would put James Conner in. Yes. I think that Mike Williams will play this week. Lineup this week, Hill. I already got that one, I think. Let me see here. I'm got to get caught up. Yes, we're caught up. And we got Stormy Weather 1919 becoming a member. Yo, appreciate you, Stormy Weather. Stormy Weather's becoming a member. All you got to do is type in ! membership to sign up to be a member. As low as $2.99. You click on the link, it takes you to sign up. Get your questions answered 100% of the time. Betting the mortgage on the Steelers tonight. Thanks for the confidence. Let's get it, Pittsburgh. I just think that they're, like, if you look at it, I mean, right now, home teams on Thursday night, 0-5 over the past 3 weeks. They're 5-10 on covering the spread. I like the spread more. Honestly, I like the spread. I do think the Steelers win. Like, you have Adam Thielen out. You have a banged up Dalvin Cook right now. TJ Watt's playing like defensive player of the year. He's on pace to break Michael Strahan's record right now. The Steelers were able to get a groove in that second half last week. Minnesota's defense is really not that good. Their run defense is not very good. So I think the Steelers having a terrible offensive line kind of offsets that, the defense there. So I just think this is a good spot for the Steelers to win, personally. Would you still play Mattison over CH? No, I wouldn't. I would go CH. Starters, Justin Herbert, Javonte Williams, Najee Harris, Keenan Allen, Justin Jefferson, Ertz, and Kamara. Bench, Patterson, Gaskin, Mike Evans, and Waddle. Change anything? I mean, I would put, I mean, me personally, I would put, I don't think Keenan Allen's going to play. That would be the only thing. I would still go Mike Evans over Keenan Allen, even if Keenan Allen does play. That's about the only thing I would change. Who was that? Jonathan? Jonathan, yes. Renfro, Van Jefferson, or Claypool? Renfro. I would go with Renfro, Stormy. What defense you play this week? What defense you play? Like what I would play? I have a lot of, like, Jacksonville, Seattle, or Titans, Seattle defenses this week. Bro, the thing is that Vikings want a revenge game and want to win because of last week's loss against the Lions. But I also think that's kind of why they come out a little flat, is because they lost to the Lions. Like, I feel like that's such a deflating loss. But I mean, I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's probably going to go over too, 44.5. I think it's going to go over. Chuba has lost a lot of snaps to Abdullah. Should I pick up Crowder? If you want, I think that Chuba will be good in this spot against Atlanta, though. I think that Chuba loses snaps in games that they lose. I think that this game's going to actually be close. They might lose, but I think it'll be close. But you know, if you want, I wouldn't pick up. There's nobody else better than Crowder. The Steelers never win the games they should win, only the games they should lose. We'll find a way to lose primetime Kirk Cousins, I'm sure. I disagree, because I think this is a big game. Steelers play to their competition. I think that the Vikings are actually a pretty solid team. I think the Vikings are pretty solid. I would not say that the Vikings are a bottom tier team. I think the Vikings are a pretty decent team. So I think that the Steelers play the Vikings well, because it's not the Detroit Lions. It's not the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I think that they play Minnesota well. And Big Ben is good in primetime games. So I think Big Ben performs, and Kirk Cousins has a massive history of not being good in primetime games. So I think that's going against Minnesota as well. Cook or Mattison? I would go with Cook. Chargers, Seattle, or Panthers defense? I would go with... I got to double check my defensive rankings real quick. Hold on one sec. Seattle, Panthers, and who was the other one? Who's the last one? Missed the last one. Chargers defense, Sammy. I would go with Chargers defense. I like the Chargers as well. Want to make a bet, Tyler? If the Vikings lose, I'll purchase the other subscription to this channel. And the Vikings win, you should Venmo me money to then subscribe. All right. Hey, I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, let's do it, Jacob. We'll have our own little bet. We'll do it. Let's get it. I'll get you back. Let's make a bet. I'm down to do a bet. Any changes? Prescott, Chubb, Cordell Patterson, Evans, Elijah Moore, Renfro, bench, Metcalf, Amari Cooper, Damian Harris, Mike Williams, Stafford, Mattison. So you got Prescott, Amari, Metcalf. No, I wouldn't go Metcalf over those guys. I would go over. I honestly would probably go with. I would go with Metcalf over Renfro or Elijah Moore, even Elijah Moore. I would go Metcalf over any of those wide receivers other than Evans. And I would go the other wide receivers though over everybody else. No, unless Mike Williams plays, then I would definitely be playing Mike Williams over those two guys as well. So I would go with, me personally, I would go with Metcalf and Mike Williams if he plays over the other wide receivers. Personally, that's just me. Full point PPR, I'm down bad in this deep league. AJ Green, Guyton, or Abdullah. I would go with Abdullah. When your boss sees you working lane, gives you the nod of approval when you're really watching this live stream. Hey, let's get it. Yo, let's get it. Megan, where's Megan? How does my half point PPR team look? We got Murray, Deontay, Amari, Chubb, Mattison, Muth, Patterson, Joseph, and Chargers D. Put Mattison in one of my RB slots in case if Allen plays. So yes, okay. So flex Allen or Patterson. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's good, Megan. If Allen plays, I would go with Keenan Allen if he plays, Megan. What's your opinion on Jalen Waddle as a fantasy option? I think he's really solid. I mean, I think he's a really rock solid wide receiver 2 this season. The funny thing is that you haven't guessed that I'm a Vikings fan. I actually live in Minnesota, so I'm really am for the Vikings, obviously. That's fine. Yeah, let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Steelers by 100. No, but I'll bet you on the game. Let's bet on the game. It'll be a little side bet. I got some bets on tonight. I got some bets. I did a free bet. If you guys sign up over on, I'm not affiliated with them. I've never reached out to them. But Bet Rivers, if you're able to do gambling in your state, Bet Rivers right now, I don't know if it's a promotion for just me or what. I don't think it's a main promotion, but I got a free $10 bet for tonight. So I made a little parlay up, used my free $10 bet. I got Steelers spread. I'm taking the over on... Actually, what was his receiving yard? Oh, I have Najee as anytime touchdown scorer, and then they have a reception. I want to say like Deontay Johnson. Over receiving yards. I think I went alternate spread. No, not alternate spread. You can't do that. Pretty sure it was like 70 receiving yards. What is his receiving yards? 79? Yeah, I said over 79. Because if the Steelers win, Deontay's going to have himself a game. That's a guarantee. Joey Conrad with the $2 donation. Yo, what's up, Joey? Did you have a question as well? You don't think Osborne will rack up 15 plus without Thielen? No, I don't. I don't think so. I think that he's an okay play, but 15 plus, like if he scores a touchdown, I just don't see it happening, to be honest with you. I think Justin Jefferson's going to go absolutely nuts. Is Osborne a good play as a flex? I think he's okay. I think he's okay. It depends on who else you have. Joey, did you have a question as well? I don't see a question here. Let me look to see if there's a question. Joey. Right there. Is Mattison worth starting? Joey, who else do you have to start? Like, who else? I think that he's okay, like, flex play. But it depends on who else you have. Okay, I get nervous with Metcalf and Williams since they're kind of streaky. Also, what should I drop someone and pick up Tyler Conklin at tight end this week, or is that not worth it? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. Who's getting a better contract coming up, Pollard or Mattison? I really don't know. Probably, I don't know. They're both pretty solid, to be honest with you. Honestly, I would probably want Mattison, to be completely honest with you. I wonder where they go, though. That's going to be interesting. I love this channel, man. Keep up the great work. I appreciate it. Thank you, Gavin. Really do appreciate it. Free single game parlay. Oh, free game parlay on tonight's game. Oh, man. I already did a single game parlay. Dang it. I should have just did a $10 bet. Ah, I wasted that $10 bet now that I'm thinking about it. Man, that kind of stinks. I just saw they just had a free same game parlay over on Bet Rivers tonight as well. So they have a so sign up over on Bet Rivers, not with them or anything, but sign up, you get a free same game parlay. But man, I just wasted that $10 free bet then by using the same game parlay. Oh, that kind of sucks. That's annoying. Maybe they'll honor one of the that sucks. All right, anyways, let's keep going. Joey Conrad, hello, Joey. Melvin Gordon or Emmons? Joey, I would go with Chase Emmons this week with him coming back. Bro, I want to see Pollard be the starter because he's amazing talent. He probably, like, if Dallas, I really don't think Dallas will re-sign him. Definitely not with Zeke's fat contract. Appreciate your help, man. By the way, you telling me to start Mattison over Ingram last week changed everything. Hey, I'm glad I could help out. Dalvin Cook is officially active. Yo, Dalvin Cook is officially active, people. Hey, man, Cook or Mattison? Cook. Do you think Kareem Hunt will be reliable this week? I think he's startable. I don't know about reliable, but startable, yes. Tyler, you're winless in our fantasy league. Yeah, okay, let me say this. I am winless, but this is also a fantasy league that started like over at the halfway point of the league. Okay? I was not prepared. Let me just say this because I'm saving face here. I was not prepared for this draft. They just asked me last minute, hey, you want to get in this draft? I was like, okay, I've never really done a mid-season draft before. Got in the draft. My team is terrible. I don't pay attention, to be honest with you. Not for money. Next year, I'm going to whoop all you in a season-long league in the beginning of the year, okay? Guyton or Cooks? Cooks. I'm excited for the I Can't Beat Detroit Bowl. I can't help it, yo. I guess they didn't beat Detroit, but they didn't lose. Steelers didn't lose. Tyler Boyd or KJ Osborne? KJ Osborne. Cook or Najee? Cook or CH? Mattison or Barkley or CH? Probably done went over him, but if you don't mind, what do you expect from Justin Jefferson? Yo, I think Justin Jefferson's gonna feast, to be completely honest with you. I think he's gonna have a big game. Burrow or Wilson? Cook or CH? Need help with flex. We have Odell, Jamaal Williams, Tevin Coleman, or Mike Williams. Choose one. If Mike Williams plays, I would go with him. If he doesn't, I think he's gonna play though. I would go with Jamaal Williams. Last question, Renfro or Elijah Moore? Thanks, man. I would go with Renfro and appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by. All right, now how does my full point PPR team look? We got Stafford, Eckler, Chubb, Godwin, Mooney, Kittle, Connor, Chargers D and Carlson, have Jamaal Williams, Kirk, and Muth on my bench. I think it looks good, Megan. I think it's optimized. It's optimized, just like optimized in chat. It's your optimal starting lineup. I like it, and good luck, Megan. I hope you win. I hope you win. Would it be stupid to trade Cook for Javonte Williams and Connor? No, I don't think that's stupid. I was just trolling Ty, but also I started 0-3, then went 7-6. Yeah, I mean, I would like to do. We will do a normal redraft at the beginning of the season next year. My top running backs are all out. Swift, CMC, and Elijah Mitchell. Why? I'm starting Jamaal Williams and Javonte Williams. At least it's not that bad. It could be worse. I have to start Rex Burkhead this week because I don't have. Literally, I'm down so bad. I don't have DeAndre Swift. I forget who my other running backs were, but I don't have Calvin Ridley in that league has been out. Honestly, my team is just falling apart right now. One of my other running backs got hurt. I don't remember. But that's like probably my worst player that I got to start this week. It feels real bad. Feels bad, man. Brady or Taysom Hill? Brady. Chuba Hubbard or Kareem Hunt? Hunt. Knox or Osborne? Knox. Mattison, Edmonds, or Hillard? I would go with Edmonds. Gordon or Sony? Those are the only running backs left. I would go with Gordon. Mooney, Guyton, Higgins, Aiyuk, Osborne. Pick 3. Mooney, Higgins, Aiyuk. Brown, Renfro, or Barkley? Barkley. I would go with Barkley. Did they bench James Robinson? No. He's just not healthy, unfortunately. You may have answered this, but Mattison or Cook? I would go with Cook. I would go with Cook. Yeah, I know. I know it's really tough with him playing, but I would fire him up. Brady or Taysom Hill? Brady. Chuba Hubbard or Kareem Hunt? Hunt. Dylan or Wilson? Dylan. I would go with Dylan. Now realizing my running back depth is kind of deep, fully healthy. I would have had CMC, Swift, Elijah Mitchell, Jamaal Williams, and Elijah Mitchell. That's solid. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take over to my YouTube channel. So come on over, get your questions answered. I am going to hop off the stream early tonight at 8 o'clock just because it's the Steelers. I got to go get ready for the big game tonight, baby. Woo! You know, I can't wait to make a TikTok tomorrow. And it's going to be like the life of a Steelers fan where if the Steelers lose tonight, because last week I was pretty depressed last week after they lost to the Cincinnati Bengals. I was like, man, this is it. You know, and I did talk to my family today. I might go and see Big Ben one more time live. I might go next week to the Titans game. So I might not stream next week. It has not been decided, but I would love to take my son to see Big Ben play one last time because I do think this is the last season. And next week, it's not supposed to be that cold. It's going to be in the 40s, so it'll be decent, and it's a 1 o'clock game. So just a heads up. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, though. But I can't wait to make a TikTok tomorrow if the if the Steelers lose tonight. Steelers fans will be like, that's it. Fire everybody. Get rid of them all. We're trash. Fire Tomlin. Clear house. I can't wait for it tomorrow. It's gonna be great. I hope I win too. I'm determined to win it all because I could use the prize money. You know how teachers could always use extra cash. I know. Teachers are severely underpaid. Believe me, I'll always be teachers' biggest fans. I tease the Steelers in under 7.5, under 48.5. Ooh, 7.5. You got the Steelers at 7.5? I really like that. Plus 7.5, absolutely. 48.5. I think that's solid. I do think this game has sneaky. I do think it's going to be over 44, though. I like the over for 44. Would you play Osborne? It depends on who else you have. Higgins, Lockett, Godwin. Pick 2. Higgins and Godwin. I would go with Higgins and Godwin. Gronk or Gordon or Emmons. Emmons. I didn't even want to watch the game against the Ravens. Turned it on and literally fell to the ground at the end. Yo, I had a little parlay. I talked about this on the stream. I don't know if you were there, Optimized, but I was talking to my dad before the game because I went over to the house, my parents' house, and watched it with them. and my dad was like, this game's going to be over in the first 10 minutes. The Steelers suck. And I was like, you know what? I really do think that they have a shot at winning today. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I put $20 on the Steelers money line, Big Ben over 1.5 touchdowns, and Deontay Johnson over 61. I think he had 61.5 receiving yards. All of them hit for $130, $130. Let's get it, baby. I was like, yo. And I was screaming after Deontay Johnson scored that touchdown. They're like, why are you yelling? I was like, dude, I'm winning a bunch of money. And then, of course, Boswell kicks it out of bounds. What the hell, Boswell? This is worst game of the season. Killing me. I almost had a heart attack. Cook is officially active. Cook is officially active, people. And if you're over on TikTok, I am going to end the stream and reboot it up here. Did you see Derrick Henry being as good as... No. Here's my take on Derrick Henry, okay? And I talked about it. Like, Derrick Henry's going to be 28 years old, all right? With a ton of mileage, okay? I get it. It's Derrick Henry. He's had one injury, okay? That really over the length of his career, a significant injury. At 28 years old, do you think that gets better? Do you think that now maybe it's going to be 2 injuries? I mean, kind of look what's going on with Zeke this year. Zeke is progressively getting hurt. Zeke is a fire hydrant. That dude is rock solid, pure muscle, okay? So is Derrick Henry. These guys break down. You start to see the decline at running backs at 26. We see it all the time. At age 28, when he was on pace for 500 touches this year and eventually broke down, do you think it gets better? For me, no. Absolutely staying away. And I'm staying away from Dalvin Cook next year, 100%. CMC, let somebody else deal with those people. Hey, man, what is up, Dad? I just got home from work and saw my opponent started Dalvin Cook. Should I worry? Even though... No, I think that Dalvin Cook could have a decent game, but I just don't see him getting a full workload. Like, he could definitely get it. Dalvin Cook is incredibly difficult to predict tonight because the Steelers do suck. I will say that. Defensively, they've been getting crushed on defense for rushing yards. So it should be a decent game, but I really don't know what it's going to look like if he's going to play a full complement of snaps or anything. So, Gronk, Schultz, or Freiermuth? Pick 3? Wait, what? There's only 3 there. Unless you're talking about one of the 3, I would go with Gronk. Do you think Waller will play? I really don't think Waller's going to play. Wilson or Hasty if Elijah Mitchell is out. I would go with, if Wilson plays, I would go with Wilson. Is my team fine? Stafford, Dalvin, Cook, Aaron Jones, Deontay Johnson, Keenan Allen, D-Hop, Mark Andrews, bench, Miles Sanders, A.J. Brown, Van Jefferson, Amir Abdullah, 12-team, 4th place on the line. Yeah, I think that's a decent team, especially when A.J. Brown comes back. Hopefully he does come back. If Mike Williams isn't cleared, Osborne or MVS? Well, you're not going to know. I would roll with MVS. I think that Mike Williams is going to play this week. Is Dalvin a good start this week? I have Javonte, Hillard, and Patterson too. Like, I'd rather play Patterson personally. I would rather play Javonte and Patterson. Just my opinion. KJ or Hubbard? I'm going with Chuba Hubbard. Pick up P. Ryan, drop Tony. Yeah, I would. I would do that, Lex. Yes. Sorry, I meant pick 2. Gronk, Schultz. I would go with Gronk and Schultz over Freiermuth. Will Landry play? I believe so. Burrow or Wilson? Wilson. Hillard or Freeman? I would go with Freeman. KJ or Hubbard? Hubbard. Do you think Christian Kirk or people? Christian Kirk. Being objective, what do you think will not surprise you that happens tonight? I have a feeling it's going to be a very low-scoring game with turnovers on multiple times. No, I honestly think that there's a chance this could be a higher-scoring game. I think it's going to be a higher... I think that both teams will score points, especially towards the end. I think it's going to be an entertaining game. Objectively, I look at the line, and the line to me does not make sense. I don't understand the line. Like, I don't understand why Steelers... You know, they were at one point I saw 4-point underdogs. I don't understand objectively. I'm not trying to be a Steelers fan, but like, you just had a team that lost to Detroit. All right. This season, if you actually look at it, teams have not fared well after they come off of a game in which they lost to a divisional opponent. They do not fare well the next week. Pittsburgh just beat Baltimore. Yeah, you could say maybe they come back down after, you know, an emotional win against Baltimore. But like, the Steelers, like, you have a banged up Dalvin Cook. You have no Adam Thielen in this game. Kirk Cousins playing really well, but then on the opposite side of the ball, you have a defensive player of the year right now, TJ Watt, who's on pace to break Michael Strahan's record. You have the Steelers defense. The offensive line is a big issue for the Steelers, but then the Minnesota's front has not really been that good this season, especially when it comes to stopping the run. So that kind of negates itself a little bit there. I just don't understand this line. I feel like it should be like a 2.1 point line here, not a 4 point. I think 4 points a lot. I think 4 points a lot. Tyler, you should play Madden. I'm not gonna lie, I cannot stand Madden. I hate Madden. I won't lie to you. I just can't stand Madden. Madden is just like such a broken game. It's so lame. It's the same game every single year. I can't stand it. I'm sorry. I really don't like Madden. I just like first-person shooters, to be completely honest with you. Who are your top 5 running backs going into next year's draft? It's really tough. I would say, definitely Jonathan Taylor. I would say, Derrick Henry is still there just because of the volume. And even, like, you saw it this year. He hasn't played since week 8, and he's still running back 5 or 6. He's still running back 6 right now, even though he hasn't played since week 8. So I would say Derrick Henry. Honestly, Najee Harris for me is going to be a top 5 guy next year. It depends on the quarterback, but Najee Harris, it's going to be really tough. I got to see what happens, but I would say Eckler, probably, Mixon's going to be in there possibly. I got to see what happens at the end of the season. All right, well, I got to head out. Have work to do. Thanks for the help. Good luck to all your matchups. Good luck, Tyler. To your Steelers, especially Deontay and my fellow Penn Stater Muth. Yo, appreciate you stopping by, Megan. Have a great evening. And let's go Steelers. Playing Deontay and Claypool, PPR standard scoring league. What do you think? I'm not a huge fan of Chase Claypool, to be completely honest with you, as a Steelers fan. I love Deontay. Chase can definitely have his day made if these guys can connect on one deep throw. It's always like they do it sometimes, but they're just. I think last week they said a stat that Chase Claypool right now is leading the NFL in targets over 20 yards, I believe, or something like that. Just they don't connect on him. And if they can connect, absolutely, he could have a monster day. Hey, so now Cook has been upgraded to active. Do I chance playing Mattison, or should I sit him and start Chubb, Mitchell if he plays Monty? Yes, I would do that. I would go with Chubb, Mitchell, Monty. I would go with those guys, yes. Thoughts about Kupp and Tay's injury? I think they'll be okay. That's the Monday night game. Yeah, like today's practice is basically Wednesday for your Monday night players, so I wouldn't worry about that. Steelers money line tonight. I have the over in Claypool TD. This game is going to be gross. I can't wait. Let's get it, baby. And appreciate Patrick with the $2 donation. Thank you very much. I don't know if I said that as well. Madden is easy. Just scramble with Lamar Jackson. Well, no, I do think it's easy. Like, I think that at first it's kind of difficult when you're playing on like all Madden, and then you're able to kind of, like, once you start playing a little bit, you find the plays that, are game breaking, and it's really hard not to use those plays. And there's certain things that you can take advantage of Madden. Like, I remember a couple Maddens ago, whenever a team, I don't know if it's still the same. I haven't played a Madden in like 4 years, to be honest. But it was like whenever they were lined up in man-to-man, and you could tell when they were lined up in man-to-man because they'd be press coverage, I would just do all goes on the outside, and your dude would you could look at your wide receivers and see who's beating it, and then just throw, like, they beat it 100% of the time. Depending on the animation, you could tell who was going to beat the press coverage due to the animation. And then you would just throw a little lob over there because the safety wouldn't be able to get there in time. Or you would throw a dart pass, not a dart pass, but a bullet pass, I guess you would say. A bullet pass, and you'd be able to beat the coverage 100% of the time. And your wide receiver would catch it. You could always tell by the animation. What is Deontay's ceiling and floor tonight? I mean, I'd say his floor is like a safe, like 10 points. A ceiling, 20 plus. Deontay's an absolute stud. Do I start Steelers tight end or Conklin? I would go with Muth. Is Patrick Peterson playing tonight, though? He probably could be covering Deontay if he's playing. Even if he is, I don't even know if he is. I would not worry at all. Patrick Peterson, what is he, 90 years old? Is he going to walk out there with his walker? What the Patrick Patterson? Give me Peter. Is he playing tonight? I don't know if he is or not. Any concerns that Mixon was a do not practice due to illness? No, I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be okay, Clan. Terry R with the $2 donation. Better add Khalil Herbert, Jeff Wilson, or Benny Snell? I would go with Khalil Herbert. Absolutely. Actually, I might go Jeff Wilson. I would go Jeff Wilson just because he's actually might play this week. So Jeff Wilson. You're going to be trying out this new Halo? I did try it out. I think that the Halo is actually pretty solid. I think it's a pretty balanced game, to be honest with you. The only thing is I come from Apex Legends. Like Apex, well, Call of Duty was my Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one. Call of Duty 4 was my all-time favorite. But Apex Legends is my other, like, probably most played game outside of that game, first-person shooter. So with Apex, at times you can have grenades, but I just can't stand the grenades in Halo. I hate the freaking grenades. I hate the grenades. You're gonna be trying out the new. Oh no, I already got that one. People love the support with the super chat, but just be a member for $1 more. Yes, this is true. I have absolutely no idea who to start at running back tonight. Let me hear you. Give me your options. Also, I'm gonna end TikTok and go live again. Let's reboot this. Got like 40 minutes. I'm gonna go live for about 40 more minutes and then hop off. Get ready to watch the Steelers dominate, baby. Watch them lose, and I'll be so sad. You guys probably won't hear from me for like 10 days. No, it's like, I'll still be going live. Let's see. Dalvin Cook is playing. Mattison, I would, yes. Well, it depends on who else you have. You firing up Claypool or Aiyuk? Aiyuk for me. Muth or Conklin or Cook, I would go with Pat Freiermuth. Cincinnati or Arizona defense. I would go with Cincinnati's defense. Patrick Peterson is playing tonight. He is active. I didn't see Patterson on the Vikings inactive, but I wasn't looking for him, so I could have missed it. So don't quote me. He is active and not worried. Steelers by 100. Okay, how about Kendricks? Is Kendricks playing? Should I start Dalvin Cook or Hubbard? Dalvin Cook. I would go Dalvin Cook. Do you think Mattison is worth starting? Just depends on who else you have. CEH or Devontae Freeman? CEH. Should I start Mattison? Who else do you have? Guyton, Osborne, Mooney, need two. I would go with Osborne and Mooney. Between Cook, Chubb, Hendo, and Javonte Williams. I would go with Chubb and Hendo, personally. I would go with those two guys. Still play Mattison. Depends on who else you have. I don't feel great about playing Mattison. Just depends on who else you have, though. Didn't see Kendricks on the inactive, so he's going to be playing tonight. Jacob, you said that you're the Bengals fan, right? Right? I'm assuming. I think that you said you're the Bengals, or not the Bengals fan, the Vikings fan. The Vikings fan, right? Between Cook, Chubb, Hendo, and Javonte Williams, which two do I start? I would go with Chubb and Hendo. Would you rather start at flex, Mattison or Beasley? Oh man, that is tough. Let me ask you, you're the Vikings fan. What do you think's going to happen tonight with Cook being active? What do you think's going to happen tonight? Let me ask you that question. Stick with Chargers D even with Glennon possibly starting. Yeah, I mean, fire up Glennon. Don't matter to me. You know, fire him up. Stick Chargers. No, I already got that one. Allen Robinson, Christian Kirk, Kenny Golladay, Cortland Sutton, Peoples-Jones. Christian Kirk, and I would go with Cortland Sutton. What are your thoughts on Guyton? Keenan Allen's out. Williams can't practice till Saturday because of COVID. I think he's okay, but as long as Williams plays, I don't like him as much, but I do think he's okay. I think he's going to be like boomer bust. Mattison is going to get a touchdown, I think. You think so? I would fire him up then if you have him. If it was Mattison or Beasley, I would do that. I have Elliott, Sony Michel, Foreman, Herbert, and Mattison. Start three. I would go with Elliott, Foreman, and Mattison. 49ers said that Jeff Wilson is the favorite to lead the backfield if Mitchell can't play. Guess everyone wasted a waiver on Hasty. Well, the thought process with Hasty was that if Jeff Wilson couldn't play, because he left that game with a knee injury. They said it flared up. What's up with DK? Just this offense isn't that good. Unfortunately, right now. They did score a decent amount of points last week, but It's just not as good as what it was. Mattison or Darrell Williams or Dontrell Hilliard, AJ Dillon, pick 2. I would go with AJ Dillon and Mattison. No problem. Should I start Mattison? I have Pitts, Beasley on my bench. I would go with Mattison there. Mattison over Dillon, Cook, Sony Michel, Jamaal Williams. Over Sony. I would go over Sony, yeah. Keenan Allen being out, is that a good thing for Eckler? I would say yeah. Hilliard or Mitchell? Mitchell if he plays. Mattison, Zeke, Sony. Also have P. Ryan, Hasty, and Herbert on waivers. If one of those backs is out, I would go with Mattison and Zeke. Jeff Wilson fully practiced today. Gosh. Jeff Wilson season, here we go. Wonder if anybody picked up Jeff Wilson. I need to double check that. Because I have Mitchell starting. And a must win. It's so sad. I don't know if I have anybody though to drop for Jeff Wilson. Problem. I guess I could drop Khalil Herbert. Or I could drop. I have P. Ryan and Khalil Herbert. Oh. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Man. I don't know who to sit. I really don't know. Not who to sit, who to drop. I don't have anybody to drop. Wait, is Anthony Barr back? I forgot, to be honest. I think our defense is going to be a little dangerous. Not for big old Benny boy. Big old Benny boy is gonna be a beast. Rate my 6-team running backs. Henry, Patterson, Amir Abdullah, AJ Dillon. Yo, that's a beast ass group of running backs to clan. Yeah, I had some guys I didn't need on my bench, so I picked up Hasty and Williams earlier in the week just because I have Mitchell. I don't know who to drop. I don't have any, like, I guess they could drop Khalil Herbert. Did David Montgomery practice in full? I'm pretty sure he returned, right? Was he at full practice today? Returns to practice. He practiced, right? Was he full? Because if he missed, I could just drop Khalil Herbert. Or if he practiced. He did not practice. I thought he practiced today. What are your thoughts on Melvin Gordon? I think that it's going to kind of go back to a rotation. So I think he's a decent start. Would you take Tasty Hasty over Chuba? No, I wouldn't. I would go with Chuba. Pitts or Muth? Muth. Every game for the Steelers is a must-win from here. Absolutely. They can't afford to lose any. Is Claypool a start with Mike Williams possibly not going? I think that Mike Williams plays. If you want to be uber safe, I mean, sure. But I think that he's going to play. Conklin or Freiermuth? Muth. Aaron or Taysom Hill? Aaron Rodgers. Keenan Allen or Deontay? Deontay. Is Saquon going to play? Should I be worried? I think he's going to play. Conklin or Freiermuth? Freiermuth. Is Claypool? I already got that one. Pitts or Muth? Do I start Mattison now over CEH? I would go CEH, Dylan. CEH. Pick one to sit. We got Montgomery, Robinson, Hubbard, Jacobs. Hubbard. I would sit Hubbard. Chuba or Aiyuk? Aiyuk. Monty was limited. All right, I think he's going to play this week, so I'm just going to drop. I'm going to add Jeff Wilson. Because I'll need him. It'll be either him or Brandon Cooks, and I'll probably just... Yeah, man, my team is falling apart. I have Elijah Mitchell, DeAndre Swift. I had Aaron Jones. Thank God he's back. James Conner, man, it's just... Come on, guys. Got to get through the season. We're so close. We're so close. Kyler or Brady? Kyler. Always Kyler. And I didn't see Barr on the actives. Oh, baby. Jacob. He's really liking these Minnesota Vikings tonight. Are you saying Freiermuth over Conklin because you're a Steelers fan, or is there an actual reason behind it? Yeah, I would say I feel like Freiermuth is definitely like a safer play than I feel I forget what the stat was. I think he's scored in 4 of his past 6 games. So I just think that he's a safer floor play than Conklin, where with Conklin, you're just hoping he gets a touchdown. Be careful of that Vikings defense. Big Ben's worst nightmare. Big Ben's worst nightmare is his offensive line. They're atrocious. They're atrocious. If Keenan Allen plays, who should I start? DJ Moore or James Robinson? DJ Moore. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree would take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel, come on over and get your questions answered. And if you're over on YouTube, do me a big favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. And if you appreciate me answering your questions, you enjoy the show, you enjoy hanging out with me, consider signing up to be a member. ! Membership in chat to sign up to be a member. It's as low as $2.99. It helps support me, but it also helps support you because as you can see, there's guys in chat right now. They have a green name tag with a little badge next to the name as well. They get priority in chat. They get their questions answered 100% of the time. So sign up to be a member if you want your questions answered and obviously help support the show. Appreciate everybody hanging out. If Keenan Allen plays, who should I start at flex? DJ Moore or James Robinson? I would go with DJ Moore, Angel. DJ Moore. Let's see. Let me go back to the bottom. Can you do the gritty? Justin, I can't do the gritty. I can't dance worth shit. Did you see my TikToks? I can't dance at all. I'm terrible at dancing. Thoughts on Deontay tonight? Love him. I made the TikTok dancing because I never made a TikTok, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop being a little baby bag fish, and I'm gonna make a TikTok dancing. And I'm gonna show that I don't give a shit what I do on TikTok. I'll do whatever the hell I want. Darrell Henderson, Mike Williams, or Hunter Renfrow? Darrell Henderson. Cousins or Heineke? Cousins. Hillard or Mitchell? Mitchell, if he plays. Someone in my league just dropped the Titans defense. Would you take them over the Chargers? Oh, it's so close. Let me see here. I got to check out my defensive rankings. I have Tennessee is over the Vikings by 1 spot. So I would. It's very close. Stream early next week, then I need you to help set my lineup for the playoffs. All right, I got you. Nah, man, that TikTok was fire. It was fire. Those dance moves were beautiful. At least one guaranteed gritty tonight by Justin Jefferson. I don't know. I think a Kilo Weatherspoon is going to be playing tonight for the Steelers. The trade from the San Francisco 49ers, baby. Let's go with Kilo. He actually did look good last week, I will say, but he's probably going to get absolutely torched by Justin Jefferson tonight. Justin Jefferson's probably going to have like 150 receiving yards tonight, probably like 3 touchdowns. But the Steelers still win. Let's go Steelers. We got Treaty with the $2 donation. Yo, appreciate you, Treaty. Do I start Alexander Mattison or Elijah Mitchell? Oh my gosh, that's rough. If you have nobody, there's no replacement for Elijah Mitchell, I would fire up Alexander Mattison tonight. I don't know if Elijah Mitchell's going to play. It really comes down to him, clear concussion protocol, and unfortunately, we won't know until possibly Saturday. So I would just fire up Mattison if you have no other option. Gage or Osborne? I would go with Gage. Do I start Herbert or Mitchell if David Henderson can't play or Elliott still after Pollard news? Elliott. No. I would go with Elliott. Still. Do you think Justin Jefferson will go over? I don't know. That's a lot of receiving yards, to be honest with you. I'm probably just going to play the under for 93.5. That's a lot of receiving yards. So I would just bet the under. He could definitely get over that, though. I would not be surprised. I'm pretty sure he's averaging like over his past, I think it's like 4 games, 144 receiving yards or something like that. He's been absolutely ridiculous. But 93.5 is a lot of receiving yards. So I would bet the under, but that's just my take. I missed your answer. Dak or Cousins? Dak. Why are there so many people down on Edmonds? Everywhere I look, I have him 5 to 6 points projected. I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to get around 10. Bench 1, D-Hop, Henderson, DJ Moore, and Montgomery. Honestly, I would go D-Hop, personally. If Allen misses, you rock him with AJ Green or Guyton and PPR. I would go with Guyton. Appreciate that, fam. No problem. Titans or Bills defense? I would go with Titans defense. Should I put CH over Najee? No, Najee. Jamaal Williams or Hubbard or Hillard? Jamaal Williams. Pick 3 to start. We got Fournette, Dalvin Cook, Javonte Williams, Montgomery, Elijah Mitchell. Fournette, Montgomery, Dalvin Cook. How do you think Brandon Cooks will do with Mills at quarterback? I think it helps him a tiny bit. I said this about Tyrod, but I was definitely wrong. With Davis Mills, at least he targets, Brandon Cooks like 15 times a game. It's not good. It's not good by any means, but at least he's throwing the ball, 30% of the time. So I think it's okay. What's going on with DK? The offense. I mean, the offense is just not that good right now. It's just not that good, unfortunately. It's nothing with DK. It's just what their play calling right now is not very good, and I just don't think that, this offense is doing very well. The offensive line is bad. When your offense and defensive line are not good and you can't win the battle up front, where football is really won, the battle up front, it's a trickle-down effect where you could see your quarterback not play well. The play calling doesn't really look that well because you can't run the plays that you want to run because your offensive line is bad. It affects everything. It affects everything. If you can't win the battle up front, everything down the line is bad. Now, sometimes your offense coordinators can put your offensive lineman into decent situations to try to mitigate how bad the offensive line is. But right now, the offensive line is pretty bad. Hey, Dalvin, we got a $5 donation from Jared. Yo, appreciate it, Jared. $5 donation. W's in chat for Jared. Thank you very much. Hey, Dalvin or Mattison tonight. I also have Elijah Mitchell as my other RB. What do I do? I would go with, man, that's tough. I would definitely go with Dalvin. If there's no other backup plan, if your backup plan is picking up Joe Schmo, I don't even know who. Like, if Jeff Wilson's available, like, if you can pick up Jeff Wilson, I would pick him up. If, there's nobody like that on waivers right now and it's absolutely dead, I would just fire up Mattison. What was the Vegas saying for Claypool and Cook? I never did check Cook after he was officially active. Dalvin Cook, 64.5. Claypool was at 50, I think. 50. I believe it was like 51.5, I want to say. Where is his? Where's Chase? 52.5 now. So it was last I saw was 51.5, so 52.5 now, and Dalvin 64.5. Claypool or Nick Chubb, who do I start? Help me. I would go Nick Chubb. Absolutely. DK didn't practice today. That's what he meant. Oh. I mean, I'm not looking too much into practice. Sure, today is rough, but it isn't great, but tomorrow's the big day, is when it matters. Would I be crazy to pick Najee over Eckler for next year's draft? No, I wouldn't say that's crazy. Mike Evans or Tyler Lockett? Mike Evans. Elijah Moore or Chuba Hubbard at flex? Elijah Moore. No. Well, if he plays, yeah, Elijah Moore. Stick with Taylor or put Elijah Moore? Terry. Or stick with Terry? Terry. Scary Terry, absolutely. If you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take over to my YouTube channel. Come on over, get your questions answered. I'm going to go live here for about 24 more minutes. I'm going to hop off. I'm hopping off a little early tonight. Never done it before, but my Steelers playing. I gotta hop off a little early, get myself prepared, get my setup prepared, get my chips ready, my dip, get ready to go. And no, not tobacco dip, dips and chips, baby. Do you think Waller will play Sunday? I really don't think he's going to play Sunday. He didn't practice because of an illness, but it doesn't say what illness. Yeah, I wouldn't be worried about it, to be honest with you. Tomorrow, if he misses, yeah, maybe Saturday, we'll see. Today, I wouldn't be worried about it. Do you think Debo is something special, or do you think defenses will figure him out? No, I think he's a really good player. I think Debo is really good. I thought Debo was really good his rookie year. I love Debo. And then the following year, he ended up getting hurt. And I just wasn't that big on Debo as I should have been this offseason because I bought into the Brandon Aiyuk hype. But Debo was amazing his rookie year. He was amazing. Go Steelers. Let's go Steelers. Let's go. Let's go. Do I start Jamaal Williams since Keenan Allen is out? Yeah, I think that's fair. Just depends on who else you have, but I do think he's a solid start. Gallup or Odell? Odell. Should I start Alexander Mattison? Depends on who else you have. Josh Jacobs or Aaron Jones? Aaron Jones. Hayward or Osborne? Hayward. Oh, is that the other wide receiver for them? I need to double check this. Is that who it is? Do you think Cook goes over his rushing yards? I think he gets like 40 and a touchdown. He could. I really want to bet on it. Me personally, I'm not going to bet on it just because he's banged up, and something freaky could happen. Maybe he takes a couple hits and he's just like, yo, I can't do this, and then he doesn't end up going for that long. Maybe he falls down on the wrong way and something happens there. So me personally, I'm not taking it. Should he though? Yeah, he should get over it because the Steelers are trash at stopping the run right now. So I think that's definitely a good spot for him to get over. 64.5 is pretty low, but I wouldn't do it just because he's banged up. Me personally, I'm staying away from it. I don't want to part of it. Start 2, we got John. We got Hawkinson, Cooks, or Melvin Gordon. I'm going with Hawkinson and Cooks. How iconic would it be to see the Bucs against the Patriots in the Super Bowl? I would hate every minute of it. I would hate it. I would hate it. I'm tired of seeing the Patriots. My gosh, I hate the Patriots. As a Steelers fan, I hate them. I hate the Baltimore Ravens more, but Patriots are a close second. Tom Brady and all those years of having the Steelers probably would have went to a couple more Super Bowls if the Patriots weren't there. But the Patriots every single year had to beat them, and especially in the playoffs. Steelers probably would have went, I would say, to at least 1 or 2 more Super Bowls, I would say, in Big Ben's career. In the prime with, AB, with during that time they also had Marcus Wheaton, Martavius Bryant. They would have went to 1 more. Le'Veon Bell. Do you think Allen is going to play? I really don't think Allen's going to play. No, I don't think Allen will play this week, personally. As a Dolphins fan, I hate the Patriots too. Should I put CEH over Najee? No, I would go Najee. Osborne or risk the wait Mike Williams? I would wait Mike Williams. I think Mike Williams is going to play this week, personally. S101 with the $2 donation. Start 3, we got Osborne, Jamaal Williams, Van Jefferson, Aiyuk. I would go with Jamaal Williams, Aiyuk, Van Jefferson. I would sit Osborne. And appreciate the $2 donation. Thank you very much. Those are the 3 I would go. Just because Debo cannot play, Aiyuk then would be a solid start. Van Jefferson's been pretty good as of late. He's been pretty good. So I would fire him up. And just a better offense. Cards are making the Super Bowl and win by double digits. So that's because you're from the area. You're from Phoenix. You're a homer. Like saying the Steelers are going to go to the Super Bowl, which they are. Thoughts on Jamaal Williams? Was basically a bell cow back. Fire him up this week. It's a tougher matchup, but hey, still like him as a top 20 play because of volume. Thoughts on Jamar Chase? There was a chance for a really long touchdown reception this past week. Just didn't hit it. It's just the big plays aren't happening right now, unfortunately. That's just what's missing right now. And that's early in the season, I said sell high on Jamar Chase. This was also before he had that 200-yard game, though. Because it's just, he was averaging over 20 yards per catch. And I said the same thing for, DK Metcalf last year. It's just not sustainable. That kind of stuff, these big, long touchdown receptions, just not sustainable in the NFL. So I just think he's kind of fallen back to where his average is. And early in the season, preseason, he was in the wide receiver 25, back end, a back end wide receiver 2 for me. And I think that's kind of where he's reverting to. But he has top end wide receiver 1 potential, as we saw. As a Texans fan, I hate the Texans, but yeah, not a fan of the Patriots either. Texans, yo, go Texans. Yo, what's up, Ryan? Foreman or Robinson? Robinson. You feel good about starting Gallup this week? I don't feel good about it, but depends on who else you have. Debo, I believe, was back at practice. Was he back at practice? I would still go with Aiyuk. I still like Aiyuk. Mike Williams tested negative his first test. That's big. I hope he plays this week. No, Debo was listed as did not practice today. Debo did not practice today. Debo did not practice once again. Making it iffy. Especially because he didn't practice at all last week. Now this is 2 do not practices in a row. Yeah, I did see that earlier because he was off to the side today. Yeah. So does not practice tomorrow. Most likely not playing this week. Connor or Hunt? Connor. Aiyuk or Osborne? Aiyuk. Kirk Cousins or Taysom Hill? I'm going Taysom Hill. I like Taysom Hill this week. Darrell Williams or Mattison? Mattison. Stafford or Mahomes? I'm going Mahomes there. No, I'm going Stafford. I want to say Stafford. I got to look at my ranking real quick. Stafford? Do I have? Yep, Stafford. He's one spot higher than Mahomes. Josh Reynolds or Beasley? Beasley. Tyler, I type exclamation point membership. Nothing pops up. There should be a link. Look at the link that's going to pop up. Is it not popping up right now? There should be a link after a minute here, and it's going to pop up. Right there. The stream elements there. The YouTube channel one, you should be able to click on that. Let's see where it takes. Yeah, and there should be join membership there. It should take you there. At least it does for me. I have Mattison, Osborne or Van Jefferson? Van Jefferson. Hold on one sec. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. I got distracted from it. I had to look that up. Yeah, I most likely won't have Keenan, Debo, and Elijah Moore this week. So we running scraps in my lineup this week. Hey, that's me for one of my fantasy lineups. It's rough. And I was looking pretty good for playoffs, but my team has just completely crumbled, and I'm probably gonna miss the playoffs. I think I was in second place a couple weeks ago, like 3-4 weeks ago, and now I'm probably not gonna make the playoffs. I'm starting I gotta start Marvin Jones. I have to start Rex Burkhead. My team is just completely falling apart. I have Mattison, Wilson, and Singletary. Should I bench Mattison now that Wilson is expected to be the lead back? Plus, I have Singletary to sub in if Mitchell plays. Yeah, I think that's okay. Big Buck Alec becoming a member. 1, 2, 3. Becoming a member. Yo, W's in chat for Big Buck Alec. Let's go, baby. Becoming a member, getting your questions answered 100% of the time. Like I said, you sign up to be a member, you get your questions answered 100% of the time. It's as low as $2.99. Start Barkley. Depends on who else you have. He is a top 20 play this week, though, John. Parker Owen. Yo, Tyler, how was your day? My day was good. How was your day, Parker? How you doing, my guy? Osborne or Landry? Landry. Darrell Williams or Mattison? Mattison. Should I start Jeff Wilson or Foreman since Elijah Mitchell wasn't at practice? I would go with Jeff Wilson. If Elijah Mitchell doesn't play this week, absolutely. Member gang. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Are you concerned about Cooper Kupp being injured? No, because this game's on Monday night, so this is kind of like the rest day. I wouldn't be worried about it. Hey, Parker, Osborne or Hayward? Who is Hayward? I don't know who Hayward is. Who's Hayward? Darius Hayward Bay? I'm drawing a blank here. Who is that? Who is Hayward? Do I still start Mattison if Cook is playing? I wouldn't. Just depends on who else you have. Aspire Sports is the best. Yo, what's up, my guy? Should I start Chris Godwin, Deontay Johnson, or Swift if he plays? I would just fire up Deontay Johnson. Antonio Gibson. Oh, choose one for the flex spot and one RB. Oh my gosh. I would go with Antonio Gibson and Deontay Johnson. It's who I would go with. Aspire Sports is the best. AJ Dillon or Aaron Jones? I'm going with Aaron Jones. I have Mattison and Cook. What should I do at running back? Who else do you have? Anybody else? I mean, play both of them. Jalen Guyton's projections went down. Is Williams playing? Keenan? I think Williams going to play, yes. He tested negative. Everywhere I look, Chase Edmonds projected 5 to 6 points. What do you think his floor and ceiling is at? I would say his floor is, if you're in PPR, like 8. His ceiling, I would say, is, I would say like 16 in that range. Because he most likely won't get touchdowns. And I don't see him getting his full complement of snaps this week. I really don't think he will. Optimize timing him out. Yo, optimize quick on that. Appreciate you, Optimize. I'm good. Just finished my last class of college, so feeling pretty good. Last college class forever, or just for winter break? Parker. Mooney or Osborne? I would go with Mooney. Tyler, you look a lot like a big candle guy. I just put a candle. I just put on a candle right now. It's a vanilla pumpkin marshmallow candle I stole from my fiance. Honestly, I don't have candles. My wife is she loves candles. But yo, I really did like that fresh cut grass candle though that they used to have. I don't know if they still have that. I do like that one. You can call me Alec. Made this YouTube name like 15 years ago. Can't change it. I know. Isn't that the worst? You make like emails and you can't change them. All right, Alec. I got you, Alec. Sorry, I meant Hillard. What was that for, Tyler? Oh, Hillard. Osborne or Hillard? I would go with Osborne. Osborne, Tyler. Went down from, do you know? Yeah, I think that Mike Williams is going to play. That's why Jalen Guyton's projections probably went down. Start Osborne over Keenan or Hope. I would start. I don't think Keenan's going to play this week. I could be wrong, but I really don't think Keenan plays this week. Oh no, the bots are back. The bots are back. They're always here. I don't understand why. I need to write down the name of them. I'm going to do that after the show. I'll do it right now. I need to take a picture of it or something. What I got to do. How much do you think Osborne will score tonight, PPR? Honestly, probably, I don't, depends if he scores a touchdown. If he doesn't, like 5 points, possibly. I don't really like him that much. Sorry, Hillard or Osborne? I would go with Osborne there. Ever, off to the real world. Oh, really? You're done for college everywhere. Hey, let's get some clapping hands emojis in chat for Clay. No, not for Clay. Was that for Clay? For Parker. Let's get it for Clay too. But Parker, because he's done with college forever. Finally, done with college. I'd hope, like in a good way. Like you graduated. It's not like you failed, right? you didn't fail out, right? Hopefully it's just because you graduated. So if not, hey, we still get you some clapping hands. So some clapping hands for Parker here for graduating college. That's a big thing. Good job, Parker. Jeff Wilson or Robinson? Honestly, I would probably go with Jeff Wilson. Personally, I would. If he plays, obviously. If Mitchell doesn't play. Hillard or Osborne? Osborne. Thanks. Sorry, no problem. Edmonds, Mooney, KJ, Mattison, pick 3. I would go with Edmonds, Mooney, and I would go with Mattison. I have Wilson available. Would you pick him over Chuba? Yes, I would, MK. I would pick Wilson over Chuba, yes. Yes, congrats, Parker. That's a big thing. Big deal. I graduated. I was the only one in my family to graduate from college, so it's a big accomplishment. I will say I do think that college is kind of a waste of money. I will say that. Depending on what you go for, okay? I just think that electives are stupid. That as a freshman, you have to take some of these classes, History 101. I don't need History 101. What the fuck? I'm not in high school, and your cost, this is like $1,000 or more per class. $2,000, $3,000 a class, and you're making me take this. I think that's some BS there, is what I hate. Let's see. No, I got kicked out for punching a professor in the face because, hey, yo, just kidding, I graduated. Boss, tell me who to play. I can go opposite of your advice. Wow, you're going to go opposite of my advice? Najee or Gibson? I would go Najee, and CD or Deontay. I'm going Deontay. Going my 2 Stillers. Let's go. Stiller Nation, Mark. Let's get it. Do I play Collins over Mattison? No, I would go with Mattison. Mattison or Hillard? I would go with Mattison. KJ Osborne or Tony Pollard? Tony Pollard. Or no, I'm going with KJ Osborne. I don't think that Tony Pollard's going to play this week. OBJ or MVS? OBJ. Any confidence in Julio this week? There is confidence here. Just finished my second to last semester today. Definitely not ready to be done with college. No. Enjoy college, my guys. really enjoy college. I definitely miss college. When you start to get older, start to become a dad. I love college because, I used to go to the gym and just play basketball every single day at the rec. Just mess around. I loved college. Go eat some food, go to work. Worked at, local food place at my place. Always get free food. I didn't have a meal plan because I worked there and I would just take free food all the time. They'd be like, yo, here's some meals. Eat this food. Like, all right, you're going to pay me? You're also going to feed me? This sounds like a win-win. And then I go to the gym, play some ball, wake up in the morning, go to class. Honestly, though, there's times where I didn't have classes for like till 12, so I would sleep until like 11, wake up, roll out of bed, go to class. It was time of my life. College was a lot of fun. Let's see here. Is Cup playing and will Devontae Adams play? Is Cock playing? Christ. Did I say Cock? Cook is playing and Devontae Adams, he should play, yes. I'm riding with you in Steeler Nation tonight. Let's go Steelers! Let's go Steelers! I do like the other guys, Mark. Really, it's really close, Mark, to be completely honest with you. It's really close. Shut down the pickup because of... Oh, that is lame. I totally forgot about that. The whole COVID situation. That sucked. God. Aiyuk, Edmonds, or Freeman? I'm going with... honestly, I would go with Aiyuk. Especially if Debo's out, I would go with Aiyuk. Yeah, it depends, but I'm a sports management major graduate, but I'm going into sales job for an insurance company. So, yeah, I mean, that's just like, it's nice because a lot of your employers definitely want to see that you have a, bachelor's degree or whatever. So it's good for that. But at the same time, it's just like the elective classes are so stupid that you have to have a class for, biology 101 when I went to school to be a preschool teacher. What the hell do I need biology 101 for? There's no use for that in my life. I already took biology in high school. Why the hell do I got to take it in college? Like, that was my biggest gripe with it. I was pissed. Pick up Wilson, drop Chuba, have Aiyuk. Yes, I would do that, MK. I would do that, yes. The Vikings are very, very stupid for rushing him back, but if he passed all the tests, I get it. I wouldn't, though. I was Zimmer, but Zimmer will be Zimmer. Hopefully, Zimmer loses. I think that Minnesota fans honestly want the Steelers to win tonight, so Zimmer could get fired. I already had who was that in chat earlier? I forget. I don't know the names. I know the picture. Like, if I see the picture, I know the name. Wasn't it Jonathan? Is that Jonathan, right? Who was in chat earlier? He was was he the one that was the fan of Minnesota? Yeah, it's okay. I get sidetracked all the time. Elective classes are the worst. Complete waste of time. They are. And it's a waste of money. It's a waste of money is what it is. Just putting you more in debt. It's stupid. Cardinals or Cowboys defense? Cardinals or Cowboys? Cardinals or Cowboys? Cowboys defense. I like the Cowboys defense. Cousins or Cam? I would go with Cousins. Yo, I got a couple more minutes here and then I'm gonna hop off. Here. So if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. A couple more minutes here. I'm going to hop off. Get ready for the big game tonight. Watch my Steelers lose. Let's go Steelers. Let's go Steelers. That's another Pittsburgh. Yo, I was hyped today. I was really hyped today about the game tonight. My kids picked them up from school. We listened to Renegade. I was teaching them about when you go to the Steelers game, when they get a first down. That's another Pittsburgh Steelers. First down. Telling about the third down. It's third down. Yo. I was like, yo, I took my daughter to a Steelers game. I was like, man, I really want to take my son to a Steelers game here and see Big Ben. I should have taken him early in the season, but I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But, yo, let's go Steelers. Let's go Steelers. Connor Mattison. Connor. I checked the teaser. It's Steelers plus 9.5 and under 50. Ooh, that is really nice, Alec. That's really nice. 9.5 and 51.5. That's beautiful. That I really like that a lot. Hi Tyler. I know you don't like Claypool, but unbiased opinion. Which two had the better upside? Jerry Jeudy, Cooks, or Claypool? I would say Jerry. Like, I think that Claypool does have a lot of upside if they're able to connect on these deep throws, which they take some shots. If he can connect on them, he could have a really solid game. But if he doesn't, he's probably looking at like 30, 40 yards. So I do think there's a lot of upside with Claypool, but I just like Cooks and Jerry Jeudy. They're more consistent. They might not have the massive ceiling that Claypool could have, but they're just more reliable for me. But if you're looking for an absolute upside play, it would be Claypool. At what point can Wilson get if Mitchell is out? At what point can Wilson get if... What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What point can Wilson get... I don't know what you mean by that. Or who's that, MK? I'd go to a Steelers game, but I work and can't afford tickets. Yeah, I shouldn't really go because it would be an expensive weekend, but I'm probably not going to go. I just would love my... Hopefully Big Ben plays next year, but I really don't think... I think he's going to be done. Who should I start, Gallup or Mattison? Or Williams? I would go with Williams. Drop Guyton now that Williams is playing. Yeah, I mean, I would pick up like a backup running back, yeah. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. You think Harris will be used more often tonight? Yeah, I think he'll be fine. Sorry, Taylor, my bad. Floor and ceiling for Wilson if Mitchell is out. So for Wilson, we saw it. He had 5 points because he didn't score a touchdown. Jimmy G missed him on a wide open throw against Jacksonville that 1 week. But I think that his ceiling, like he had how many touches? He had a ton of touches in that game. I can't remember how many he had. But his ceiling, I would say, is like he could be a solid RB1 if he just is able to score touchdowns. If he's not, he'll be like a lower end RB2. It just comes down to the touchdowns. Javonte or DK? I would go with DK. Do I pick up Khalil Herbert or Devontae Booker? I would go with Khalil Herbert, personally. All right, I'm going to hop off. It's been real, everybody. I got to go get ready to watch my Steelers play. How many pick games have you gone to? I don't know. I was going to a lot of them before I do this, but now I, do this every Sunday, so I don't do it. I don't know how many in my lifetime I've been to. I'd say probably like 10 Steelers games, probably what I've been to in my lifetime, maybe more. I went to a lot of Buffalo Bills games back in the day, but yeah, I've gone to a decent amount of Steelers games. I'm not season tickets, and also it's kind of a hassle to drive all the way down there. I could stay down there, but it's just so expensive. Yo, Steelers-Vikings tonight. I hope Najee will have a good game. He should have a good game. Iron, do you have a question? I could stay for like 1 more minute because I'm about to hop off. Because I got to go prepare for my Steelers. But I'll stay for 1 more minute if you have a question, Iron. AJ Dillon, Kareem Hunt, or Melvin. I would go with AJ Dillon for next week. Damian Harris, T. Higgins, or DJ Moore. I would go with T. Higgins. I would just keep rolling with T. Higgins. Yo, hey, good luck to the Steelers tonight and Justin Jefferson. Hey, I hope Justin Jefferson I have him in quite a few leagues too. So I hope he has a really good game too. Just hopefully the Steelers lose. Fire, nice. Yo, nice. How many games have you been to? Is that who asked me? Richard? How many games have you been to? Not today, but thanks. You're welcome. Yeah, so I'm going to hop off. It's been real, everybody. Let's go Steelers. Let's go Steelers. Enjoy tonight. Remember, it's week 14. There's not a whole lot of football left, so cherish it. It's going to be a long off season until football comes back. So enjoy the time that we have left of football. Peace out, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Peace.